Here's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Purdy works out of the pistol. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Purdy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around?
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They put a receiver in motion to the left. He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Run on 1st down. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Second down and 8. Purdy to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting him.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This fielded at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Plays going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, L.A.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
We are through 1. It's the Raiders with the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Second and 11.
Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete to the rookie, 1st-round pick. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Go.
Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll go play action. Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. A 2nd down throw here for Purdy. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Raider 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Man in motion, heading left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
After the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
4th down, it's Purdy. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Purdy on first down. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. And the Chargers are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
His drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Herbert to throw on second down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 3rd and 2. Now, Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Herbert now on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, Herbert. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now it's Herbert. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over at their own 15.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. They'll look to set up the screen here. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll get this ahead for about 3. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. 2nd and 7. Herbert to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Herbert now on 1st down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
3rd and long.
Crowd right. Go. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Got his man at the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now it is 1st and goal.
Set. Grenade. Grenade out. Baylor tight. Set.
Throwing now is Herbert. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Herbert to the air again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Now Herbert again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll push this one downfield for Ballard.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle, so... The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. It's 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard. Now a give up the middle, and he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. On play action, here's Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Makes the score Raiders 17, Chargers 10.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now Herbert. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
Go.
Now Herbert. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Off the play fake, Purdy. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. running right. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They motion the slot man left. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Third down and 9. Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the Raiders. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.